for this week's MumTalk TV upload, I thought I would talk a little bit about my C-sections. I'm not going to go into vast graphic details or show you any scars because that is disgusting. Links below are some places to read about the kind of medical C-section information because I can't talk about that. I can only talk about my experience. I had 2 C-sections. The first one was an emergency and the second one was elective. So I kind of know a little bit about what I'm talking about from both points of view. The rushed, scary C-section and the kind of more calm C-section. I'm going to talk more about you looking after yourself after the C-section. So here we go. You've had your C-section. You probably were a little bit scared. It happens very quickly. You get given a baby. You can't move for 24 hours. So what do you do next? So my first kind of piece of advice is seek help. Don't just lie in your bed, not being able to move, panicking because your baby's crying. You've just had your first child. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Press that red button and ask that nurse to come in and say, what do I do? I can't pick up my baby. Could you pass me my baby? Or maybe say to your husband, could you go and get somebody to help? Could you change the nappy for me? I can't quite do it. For a good 24 hours, you are totally knocked off your feet. So you make sure you get help where you need it. Number 2. So number 2 is coming home. I didn't really do this. I was a little bit of a martyr. I was a little bit of a, oh, woe is me, I've had an operation. But you know what? I'm going to keep on going because everything is fine. You've had major surgery. You've had like a big operation. You got a stonking big scar and you need to look after yourself. Don't do what I did and 2 days later go, I'm going to go around and do a full food shop in Sainsbury's. There is a reason you are not supposed to drive for 6 weeks. And that's because you need 6 weeks to just look after yourself. If you've got a toddler, don't let them jump on you. Try and get lots of rest in bed. Really take care of your scar. And just really, really look after yourself. Tip number 3. We go back to getting help. Make sure that you are not tempted to push that vacuum around. Tell your husband or your other half that he's going to pull his socks up and help around the house. Get your mum to come round and maybe do a bit of washing for you. And just take a little bit of care of yourself. That's really, really important with a C-section. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know what happens after a normal birth. I only hear from my friends. I just know from my point of view, for a few weeks, it was a little bit tender and I didn't probably take as good care as I should have done. Number 4, after all kind of it's all healed up, it is a bit strange for a bit. There's like a numbness above the scar and that's still kind of there even 2 years on. The scar, you can barely see it. And don't worry about if you ever want to wear a bikini, you won't see it. It's just at the top of your pubic hair. I don't know why that made me feel all funny say that, but it's just at the top. You can wear a bikini. It's a little bit numb, but it's okay and it's not very noticeable, so don't worry. Number 5. Having a C-section can make you feel like you've been robbed of something, and I felt really bad that I didn't give birth. I didn't have that popping out, one born every minute, yeah, celebrations, she's had a baby. I felt it was like, here's your baby, and that I felt a bit bad and a bit guilty, but that's just stupid. You gotta have a baby come out some way, and just because it's coming out of a different bit to what it's meant to come out, don't you beat yourself up about it. I've written a blog post which I will link below all about the kind of don't worry too much. It's got to come out. You're having a C-section for a reason, whether it is to save you or to save the baby or because of a life decision you've chosen. Just embrace the fact that everybody's happy and healthy and go home and look after yourself and don't worry about the way the baby got here. Just worry about how you look after the baby when it's here, which sounds like super cheesy, so apologies. So that's kind of my experience of C-section. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you for my next upload soon. Bye bye.